Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Friends Podcast, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
If it's your first time, thank you for coming through. We appreciate all the listeners, new and old, man. So my name is Matt. I'm here with my co-host.
Oh, it's Jermayne.
So we got Jermaine in here, and we also have.
It's Rod, and this is the Friends Podcast. Make sure you check us out. We're streaming everywhere: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our socials on the YouTube, TikTok, Instagram at the Friends Pod.
I've got a random question of the day, something that's kind of been on my mind that I'm curious to hear both of your opinions about.
Okay.
So, influencers and celebrities, they get sponsored by these brands. They get all the free stuff. Like, if there was a brand that you could choose to be sponsored by, who would you want to sponsor you? So you get all the free product, you get all the free stuff, but you also have to constantly rep that brand.
I don't know. I think that goes to a larger question: is like which brand is ethical. I don't know which one is ethical, but
You care about ethics?
I was gonna say, is that your deal breaker?
It's one of them fake outrage things. Like, I don't really care. Like, I still wear Nike and shit. I know they be having kids building or making shit for the low. If I had to choose though, the first thing that popped in my head was like some luxury, like Gucci or like a Dior. I don't know. Even though I don't even wear that type of shit, but I think I'll boss my maybe Cartier. I think I would do Cartier.
It just have all the buffs.
Some of all the buffs, the vintage ones, the watches.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Cartier will work. Yeah.
it's not a bad idea.
Rod, what say you?
I probably would do like a JetBlue or something like that.
Free flights
some-
everywhere.
Some travel kind of agency. I'd probably do something like that.
See, you thinking on a higher level. Damn. Okay.
You got to think.
No, for real.
You do bring up a good point about the ethical part, because you got to have a brand that you would rep all the time. But also something I would use on a regular basis. So I'm thinking I would do like a Trader Joe's. Like, I could be a good Trader Joe's evangelist.
Yeah. Okay. Trader Joe's, they be having some fire, like they frozen food section.
Ooh, spinach artichoke dip, the chocolate lava cakes. Oh yeah, I could go crazy on a Trader Joe's sponsorship.
Not for real.
And Trader Joe's is cool, but like it's all snacks. Like,
It
you
really
can never
is.
get food for like a real meal there. So I don't want to pay to get snack food. So yeah, give me the snack food for free.
No, that's real. They got this real good veggie lasagna too. Oh my god, I might go get one of them tonight. But damn, that's a real good one. The thing about Trader Joe's is it's not even really a lot of them though. Like, I think it's like maybe one in this Tri-County area, I think.
So there's a few. There's like 3 at least.
3 for real.
Mm-hmm.
The only one I know is the one on Woodward in like 12 miles, something like that. But
Yeah, there's a Telegraph one, a Bloomfield Hills one. There's one in Ann Arbor. There are a couple.
Okay.
But that's why I'd want a sponsorship. They're exclusive. And if it's a sponsorship, they got to send me stuff. Like, they got to make sure I'm decked out in Trader Joe's. Yeah, send me that.
You'll rock like the shirts too. Like, they was like, oh yeah, we got the Trader Joe's like t-shirt. Like,
Listen, I don't know if I'd mess with the Hawaiian shirts, but those little free bags, those little reusable bags are kind of fire.
hell
Give me
yeah.
one of those canvas bags for free.
Not for real. Right. So I gotta know. So how often you flying if you get JetBlue? Like every week, every day?
How often they want me to fly? Like, whenever they want me to go somewhere, I'm available. Long as I can bring my people with me. And yeah.
So it'd have to be a
And we got
sponsorship plus one at least.
Plus 3 or 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got to be able to bring my team with me. And yeah, I mean, we got to be having all the advantages. We got to be in the clubhouses, first class. You got to be drinks, food, always, best service.
Is that your favorite airline, JetBlue?
No, I could do anyone except for Spirit or Southwest. I could fuck with Delta sponsorship.
If Spirit free though, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Niggas just be hating on Spirit. They ain't never. Have you even took Spirit before, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you know. All right. Okay.
The worst flight I ever took, I think the last Spirit flight I ever took was probably the worst flight I've ever taken. It was a flight from Detroit to LA, so a 4-hour flight. And it was a late night flight. And I get on the plane, and the lady who comes to sit next to me is this white lady who literally looks like methed out, cracked out. Like, she looked down bad. Like, she was like literally dirty. I was like, how did this lady afford to get on a flight?
Right.
And so I sit in my seat, and it's me on the ends on the window seat, and the middle seat is um, a Muslim lady who was like super sweet, very quiet, and then on the aisle seat it's this white lady. The white lady was so disruptive, making all types of noise, acting crazy, like she was having like some sort of freak out. That in the middle of the flight,
On a 4-hour flight?
yeah, the Muslim lady was like, "Oh, excuse me, like, can I sit in another empty seat?" So she leaves. It's just me and the white lady. There's a space in between us. So I'm like, "Oh, it should be cool now."
What was she mad about?
She was just going crazy. Like, she literally had to be high. She was just freaking out about like all types of stuff. At one point, I go to sleep and I wake up and the lady had like laid down in the seats and her feet were like rubbed, like touching me. She had her feet all on me, dirty ass bare feet. I could not wait to get off that flight. Worst flight of my life. And ever since then, I was like, nah, I'm doing anything but Spirit.
I mean, them tickets $5. That's how she afforded the shit. Like,
Exactly.
you know.
She was definitely flying out to rehab because she was down bad.
It's just like for me, every Spirit flight I've ever had, it's always we land and then we're just sitting there. Like forever. Like it'd be like 30 minutes, but we're just waiting on them to connect so we can get all your luggage out. And it just takes them a while to just get everything moving. It's just like they're moving real slow. Everybody's sitting in the plane, just like, come on, man, let us out. Like that's why I just can't mess with Spirit. It's just too slow for me.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm too good for Spirit. I ain't never took no goddamn Spirit in my life.
Never in life? You never taken a single one? Wow, you are elite.
Nah, I'm trying to get Delta Elite.
The talented
Yeah, I don't do
10.
Spirit
Okay.
no more.
Yeah, I've matured out of it today, but I've rocked with a few Spirit flights in the past.
I may do if it's like the only
Right.
like flight available that doesn't have a connecting flight and it's just straight there. But I'm not carrying a bunch of bags with me. I'm just gonna have my book bag or one little carry-on and that's it. Cause I hate how slow they are even with luggage. It takes forever.
See, they get me with the like, oh, the flight to Miami is $139. How much is it to bring a bag? $139. Like, what? The price of my bag to check a bag
Like,
is the
how's
same
a la
cost as a
carte?
flight?
That don't make no sense to me. But other than that, I mean, unless Spirit want to sponsor us, I guess I could say fuck Spirit, even though I never took it. But if y'all do want to sponsor us, then we on it.
Hey,
Or JetBlue, or Trader Joe's, you know. So hit us up. We're looking for sponsors.
Or Cartier.
Or
I need
Cartier.
some new bus.
No, for real. All right, let's go ahead and get into this first topic, man. This is some shit that scares me. I feel like we all need to die at some point. That sounds real dark, but I feel like we all do need to. Like, life is not meant to be lived forever. You know, everything comes and goes. At the pace it needs to come and go, right? But there's
I
somebody
guess.
that's, so you want to be immortal?
I have no desire to be immortal.
No, I definitely don't, because I feel like, I mean, all the shit that we done already seen in our lifetime.
It's
Like,
enough.
Yeah, I don't think I can handle no more. I can't handle.
You know
this
what? Since I don't know what's in the afterlife, I feel I can get comfortable here.
Like forever.
Yeah, forever. And I guess until like the world just burns or like an ice age happen or just everything just crumbles.
You would be the one.
I don't want to be here when the world is like, nah, get me out before that happens.
Nah, that shit gonna be, it's gonna be hell on earth. Like burning, we all gonna burn. I don't know how the world gonna end, but I feel like it's gonna just end in fire. Like, to be honest.
I feel like an asteroid's just gonna hit, to be honest. I feel like that's really what's gonna happen.
We just lived through so much already. I just can't imagine like being immortal. Like, imagine what people who grew up in like the 40s, 50s, 60s experience. Like, Jackie Robinson was revolutionary to them. Now, man, that would be news for like a day, and then we go on about our lives because so much happened. So we have so much access to information. Like, I don't need that for eternity. I'm good.
And also, like, it kind of depends though as well. Like, if I'm 100 years old, Am I like healthy and I can run and do anything? Do I look 100? Like after a while, I'm like, do I look 1,000 years old? Like, am I just a vegetable, just like a just alive and just doing nothing, just looking at life go by every day,
Mm.
watching TV?
I
Like
couldn't
I
do
couldn't
it.
do that. Like just kill me then at that point.
But see, just the thing though, who said you gonna keep aging, right? Is it don't you just stay the same age, right?
If it's the same age, hell yeah. Stop me right now.
I ain't had a lot of good years to choose from. I ain't gonna lie. That I'll be like, oh, I want to go back to that year. Like, nah, it's not a lot.
No, I'm gonna make the 4 years better. So I mean,
And it probably wouldn't be set up that you could pick a year. It'd probably be like, okay, you get immortality as of today. So you would just have to really rock with where you're at right now.
if I know I was immortal, I feel like I'll start talking a little bit more reckless.
Okay, so what? Like,
Am I the only one who's immortal? Or is everyone immortal?
everybody immortal, right? Like, you ain't special, nigga. How you just gonna be? You gonna be the immortal? Like,
Like if everyone wasn't immortal, I'd be like, yeah, it's gonna be a wrap for you in a little minute.
mm.
Like your job is mine. Like like this company, this world, like I'm taking over. Give me another 100.
If you were immortal, you would get sick of everybody. You have all of eternity to just get sick of people. That does not sound fun.
I feel like there'll always be a new person, a new like entertainment. Like I feel like I always find a way to just find joy in whatever era it is.
Like, look who we got though. We got Blueface and Krishan Rock. Like, imagine in 100 years, like, what's gonna be the new it couple? Like,
I hope it's their kids. That'd be funny. I'll be there for it. I'll still be on the social media like with the emojis.
they need to be banished from this earth. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
They really do.
Like this shit, I'm
Like,
so tired
who
of seeing
made
that.
them famous? Who?
I mean, Blueface had that record. One record.
He did not support it. Let me not lie. I definitely, had that in heavy rotation. But who are the people who are giving them shows? Who's watching the Zeus show? Like, I just have so many questions about them.
I don't know. Oh, they do got a show. I don't know. Somebody
I
watching
just
it though.
found out that Christian Rock was a rapper.
Yeah,
Like I didn't even know that. I thought she was just a reality star. I never heard one song from her.
me either.
And I don't want to.
Yeah, I was about to say, nor do I want to. But so the reason why I brought up this stuff, the immortality, is because there's a YouTuber named Ray Kurzweil, I believe. So he said that there is a potential that immortality could be 7 years away. So what's that, 2030? So like what I would be, how old would I be? I don't want to do math right now, but 30 something at that point.
Yeah, but also his point was
Hmm.
back when it was the 50s or the 1800s, age was only up to like 30, or we
Mm-hmm.
consistently been extending our life as medicine and everything advanced. So that's why he's saying in the future we should be extending our life even longer.
Wouldn't the Earth be mad overpopulated by that point?
Oh, that's a good point.
I feel like it's overpopulated now.
Right,
Yeah.
like like I said, first things first. Let's get Blueface, Krishan Rock. Let's get them out of here. Who else got to go?
I was gonna say, I think if we get to the point where we're immortal, we definitely need to start tapping into some other planets. Like, let's get some of these people off Earth.
For real, I take a spacesuit. I might go because I know Elon was trying to get up there, get to Mars and shit. I might go. I ain't even gonna lie, but yeah, immortality is crazy to me. I just think that like I said, like things need to die just to for everything to grow. To me,
I think to put into context, like how important like time is. Like if you knew you were gonna live for forever, nothing would be important. Like some stuff is important because you're like, I don't know if this is my last time doing this.
Now that you put it out that way, like Matt, like you were talking about outer space and stuff, I would actually, if I was immortal, I would go outer space and like conquer another world and like rebuild society like the way I want to build it.
so you'll go to a different galaxy.
Yeah, and I got all the time. That's really the main problem. Why we can't get to the places far away. So yeah, I mean, I would agree to that.
Damn, that's a good point. Because it's gonna take hundreds of thousands of years to get out there. You know what I
Yeah, it's
mean?
gonna be
So,
it's gonna be a whole black planet.
what you would do on the spaceship?
Me
Yeah,
play games, you know,
that's it.
drink. What?
Hey, what you
Watch
mean?
TV. Like we gotta figure out some way that I got cable still, and they can like send me new seasons throughout 100 years, 1,000 years, whatever it is.
Mm-mm.
Um,
SNL gonna be on
Let me
season
go at that
20,000.
point. I know. Mm-mm.
I don't know. I
Uh,
gotta be able to talk to somebody. I gotta be like an AI, like we were talking about like before, like AI sex dolls or like people, or like
Hell no.
see now you talking my language because I was thinking
for
about
hundreds of
shit.
years.
I ain't gonna
We,
lie. Now,
we need to make
it's
somebody else
gonna.
immortal.
I know y'all seen Soul Plane. That shit gonna be just like Soul Plane. I ain't gonna lie. Like put the whole setup, the pool with the strip club, with the bring Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg can come. Kevin Hart can come. Like it's gonna be fire. But yeah, I think damn, that's a long ass trip though. You want to get? I feel like you'll get bored though. Like 200,000 years.
I thought you can get bored here. Like,
But that's what I'm
what's
saying.
the?
Imagine the boredom.
Couldn't be me.
That's the thing. If it was all by yourself, like now that I think about it, I'd be with some people who are also immortal. I couldn't be alone.
And you can procreate too, or somebody can procreate. Like there can still be a civilization on the ship and shit like that. You know what I mean?
It would definitely have to be what, hundreds of years.
Yeah, like for real. And you gotta get food and shit. I don't know. Or I guess do you have to eat if you're immortal? I don't know.
No, I'm thinking like you would have space food. You can grow it. Everything, plants, all that would be all built on the ship. It'd
Yeah.
be
I
its
don't know.
own habitat, eco habitat.
So yeah,
Hmm.
I guess immortality is coming, guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much this shit gonna cost though. This shit gonna probably cost more than it's probably gonna be like
I'm the
BBL
only
prices.
one who really wants to live forever. That's crazy. I thought
Nah,
there'd be more people like me.
I'm good. I don't want to live now. No, just play. No, I don't want to live forever. Like to be honest, like
Yeah, I don't know what this world will be. I don't even want to. Nah, I'm good. Give me a cool 100 years, and I think that's more than enough. 100 years and healthy the whole time. I'll rock with that.
no, that's real. But I guess we never know. I guess I'm gonna play devil's advocate on myself. We never know how the world will advance. Like maybe it could be better in the future, but I think as soon as we saw racism and all kind of prejudice, then I'd be like, all right, give me the immortality pill or whatever it's gonna be. But
Let me just find like my life's passion. If I was doing something that I was really passionate about and I could see wanting to do for eternity, cool. But like, if you're immortal, that means your whole life you gotta work and pay bills, and now I'm
hmm
good.
I don't know. They also, now that I'm thinking about it, they said by like what 2100, everyone's gonna be mixed or something like that. That I heard.
oh yeah, yeah,
So I wouldn't mind living in a world where it was just like everybody was mixed. Maybe racism would die. Like I might want to see that day.
it might turn to colorism at that point though. I think racism probably not gonna die till like 2300, maybe like 2500. It's gonna be a minute, if ever, to be honest. What I wanted to ask y'all though is like, what would y'all be most excited for to see in the future, like in 2300? Like, what would y'all be excited to see? Like movies, like who's the hottest actors at that point, the architecture, the cars. Like, what would it be?
2300.
Yeah.
hmm I know.
Yeah, that's very far away. So I hope it's something that I can't even fathom at this point. Like it's not just flying cars and shit. Like I don't even know what. I just think by that time, robots and AI will like advance so much that it'll be our daily life. Like it's just like everything will be more integrated. Like it'd be a lot more technology, and society would just be like health, everything. Like it would all be determined from birth. Like even your kids and things like that, you would even be able to determine what they look like, their size, like it pretty much be like Sims by that time.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see like what is the new technology that we just can't imagine. Like, think about iPhones. 20 years ago, nobody would have ever imagined an iPod, let alone an iPhone. I remember when iPods came out, that was the biggest deal ever. And now look at all the things that we can do from our phones.
Right.
So I just think it'll be interesting to see like what would be the new technology, like what's the new norm.
Me personally, I want to see what music sound like. I just need to hear it. I just really want to. It might not even be called music at that point. It might just be like vibes. Like I don't even know what that shit. I don't know. I just wish I could live. That that might be the only reason I want to be immortal, so I can see what would music sound like in 2300. Like, is it gonna be like an NBA young boy? Is it gonna be like a Drake? Like I don't know. I think that should be interesting. But other than that, let's move into this next topic that we got for you folks. So, damn. I mean, I think we all know it's been like this gun control stuff. You know, people been talking about gun control. People been talking about, you know, keep the kids safe and all that different types of stuff. But
Yeah, this had to do with that teacher, right?
it does, and so
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I guess a school in Alabama actually put a bulletproof classroom in the school. So this is in Coleman, which is actually not too far from where I used to stay at. So at an elementary school, they put a bulletproof classroom up in the school.
That was sad to see.
Yeah,
She was teaching the kids what to do in case of a live shooter comes into the school, and it was this box that it seemed like other kids would run into, and it was bulletproof room that the kids can run into right next to her desk. It's I hate that it's got to this point where teachers have to even teach their students to do that, and that live shootings and shootings at the school and massacres are happening all over the U.S. right now. We hearing about it
hmm
like every other day, so it's sad to see that it's come to this point.
right. And this is coming off the heels of Uvalde. We all know that a bunch of people lost their lives at Uvalde. And so, I mean, maybe there is a necessity for this. It's not like it's something that happens every day, but when it does happen, it's just something that's like, it tugs at the heartstrings. And it's like these kids, or even adults, it's sad when adults, are subject to this
Kids,
type of violence too.
parents,
Parents, yeah,
grandparents, yeah,
anybody. So I don't know. Do you guys see this as a necessity, or do you feel like it's going to be something that's going to be more widespread in the future? Is this something that everybody's going to start implementing, or is it just kind of like, because some people may see it as like a band-aid, like this is not really doing anything, like take the guns away, you know what I mean? But so how do y'all see this? Do y'all see this as an advancement?
I definitely see it as a band-aid. Like it seems like very I understand the point of it is to keep kids safe, but what happens if it's not an outside shooter who comes in? What if it's like that 6-year-old who shot his teacher? Like that's not
Yeah,
even going to fix the problem. The actual problem is the access that people have to guns, the access that kids have to guns, and the fact that, you're outside of kids, there's just a lot of people who are mentally unwell. And quite honestly, I feel like the more that we like publicize things like the Uvalde shooting or the Parkland shooting or whatever, like the more you have kids and just people in general who are like, yo, this is how I get attention. Like if I have a manifesto, if I have a point that I want to get across, the best way to get people to see my message is to go and shoot some shit up.
yeah, I feel like a lot of people feel like that. They feel like they don't have a voice enough, with 8 billion people on this world. It's like everybody not gonna have a voice, but it gotta be a different way. It gotta be a different way to get people message out, like versus going to cause harm to people versus put, like get on YouTube, like put a YouTube video up, get on TikTok or something. Like I don't know, and I do agree it is a band aid. I think that a lot of shit that we do is band aids, as a country, as a government, and I think that band aids is temporary. You're supposed to rip that motherfucker off after the shit heal up, but then when they heal, it can get hurt again. So how about preventing the shit from happening in the first place? That's my viewpoint for it.
I feel like I have an even more dark point of view on it. That there's so many people in the world, there's always going to be villains. No matter if they do take the weapons away, there's always going to be someone who figures out how to get around it and do villainy anyways. So even
I
if
agree.
those things are put in place, America still is a democratic
Allegedly.
free country, so you say. So we're not being governed 100% of the time. We're not. There's not people always on the street making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. Because if that was the case, then all the crime and everything on the street would be none. There wouldn't be a need for prisons and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like what you were saying, it is definitely a band-aid on the cause. But even taking guns away wouldn't really solve the problem either, in my opinion.
You don't think so?
Do I think the crime would reduce? Maybe. But I feel like it'll create more issues. To be honest, I feel like more people will be upset about being governed at that level. And it'd be more people rebelling against the law saying no guns and not having the rights. Because I feel like there is a lot of people who are pro guns.
A lot. It definitely is a lot.
I was just gonna say, I think you made a good point, Rad, about like there's always gonna be some sort of like something negative going in the world, something evil. I think the like shitty part is just how extreme it's become. Like I think it's really weird when I see, not weird, but interesting when you see all the conversation around like bullying in schools and like, oh, these kids get bullied. It's like, man, bullies, that's normal. Like that's a part of life. Everybody's gonna deal with a bully. That's a part of going to school. It's the fact that now the response to bullies is to like pull up with a gun. Like, whoa, where did we, like, you're now matching, I hate to say a normal, quote unquote, type of evil, but a normal negative in the world with an extreme response.
Yeah, like you pulling the gun out, like you're supposed to go back and joke on them more. You know what I mean? You're supposed to
Exactly.
get your jokes up, or you fight
Nobody
them. You
fighting
know what
no
I mean?
more.
Oh no, we're not fighting.
We're not fighting.
I'm not fighting. Shit.
Like, I'm not
I'm
meeting
not
you at the
fighting.
park. I'm not meeting you at the school.
No, not without my. You know what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
working out. I'm lifting this tool up.
No, for real. Like, I ain't gonna lie. No, I mean, no, I do think that it should change. Like that landscape should change. Where it's like, why we got to resort to gunplay? Like, I don't understand that. And I ain't gonna lie. If I ever got bullied, I was thinking about that the other day. Like, did I ever get bullied? I think I did, but like it was like light bullying, and it was somebody that I did want to put hands on for sure because they was talking shit. But it never was
I
like,
feel like you got to put a
oh.
little bit more context before you just start saying bullying. Like, I'm kind of confused. You just brought up bullying out of nowhere. I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, were we talking about bullying?
No, Jermayne brought it up. She said, like bullies now these days, if kids getting bullied, they bring in a strap these days, like versus getting their jokes up versus
But I'm like, you went
ignoring it.
to an Alabama school, so wasn't it majority white, or was it?
My school, yeah, it was. It was. I wasn't bullied by no white people though.
Oh, that's why I was imagining. I was like,
Oh
tell
no.
me more.
That's different. No, that's not bullying. That's just racism, to be
Racism.
honest. Like at that point. But no, like, I ain't gonna go into specifics. But it was this nigga I wanted to hurt real bad. But I just
He was black.
yes. What you mean? Yes, he
I
was.
hate that it's us against us sometimes.
I ain't telling him to talk shit though. He chose to talk shit, so it's just like, all right.
But keyword is you said you wanted to put hands on him. Like that's the normal reaction. To me, it should be like, yeah, I wanna, yeah, maybe retaliate, but with these fists, not with yo, let me bring a strap and try to kill you. Like when you think about it, that's so extreme.
So extreme. And then also it's like, but you
You
know
can't
what it
tell
is
people how to
though?
react though.
That's um, I don't know. I think
Like, you can't tell me that like you gonna bully me and shit on me. Like, man, now I'm the bad guy because I want to just go ahead and end the bullying right now.
But ending the bullying is like, yo, mom, send me to another school.
right,
Like,
yeah. Like not take this man off the earth, you know what I mean?
Like, sometimes it's harder than that when you live in different area codes. You can't really move around like that.
I mean,
Sometimes
school
you
of
just stuck
choice,
in your
yeah.
position.
Yeah.
So sometimes kids gotta make real decisions.
I just think there are other decisions like, yo, let me call up my big cousin. Like, we gotta come let me call my 18-year-old cousin to beat up this little 11-year-old's ass. Like,
Mm-hmm.
not let me shoot his ass. Like, Nah, we gotta teach kids a better way.
Bring back big cousins that beat people up. Where they at? Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
They shooting niggas now. So it's like,
I hate if I was short and I had a short family, and then like it was always like the big niggas that was like making fun of me, because
yeah,
everybody in their family is just big.
right.
So then what we gonna do?
Big and burly. Like, you can't do nothing with them. Like,
You
you
just
got
call
to.
the police?
Yeah, but you might have to, you might have to, I mean, I do understand in certain situations. Sometimes you got to bring the gun. I'm sorry. Sometimes
Oh, okay. Give me an example where you gotta bring the strap.
if niggas big, if niggas is bigger than you, like you got to bring that shit. Like, I ain't saying you got to
I
use it,
hate
but
that. Like
what you
that could be
mean?
anything. What if you like 5'8", 5'9", and the other dude's like 5'10" or something like that, but you just scrawny, and that dude just like a little bit more built than you, like 30 pounds more than you.
No, that's different.
Like
I'm
to
talking
him,
about.
he can feel like, man, you big.
Nah, I'm talking about like Andre the Giant, like one of them type of niggas. Like not like 2 more inches than me. Like
I
just take
don't
them.
know. I feel like you gotta do some other shit before you bring out the strap. Like, yo, put some shit in his car and call the police. Like, I don't know, do something else.
I don't know. When
Now
I
that's
think
a
about it
good.
now,
That's a good plan.
you can't really learn to fight real quick. Like if someone's bullying you and you didn't know how to fight that day, like you can take some karate class, but it's still gonna take you some time to get up to his level.
So,
Like I don't know.
so then as men, if you guys had sons, like at what age would you start teaching your kids how to fight? Like, number one, do you think you should teach your kids how to fight? And number two, at what age would you start? Because like you said, you can't learn overnight.
This might sound problematic, but I feel like it depends on where I live at. Cause some places where you live at, like they don't really niggas not fighting for real. But if I lived in one of them type of places, like it's gonna be early. It's gonna be pretty early, like 5, 6. We're gonna have the boxing gloves on. We gonna do what we do. But
So you're gonna beat your son up, and he's gonna go to school and get
no,
beat
no,
up
no,
too.
no, 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 no. That's child abuse. I'm not doing that. I'm saying like I'm gonna get him the puncher bag, like one of them type of shits. You know what I mean? And I feel like women, little girls might need to know how to fight too.
Jermaine, did you learn how to fight when you were young? Did someone teach you, or
Nobody ever taught me. I've never actually been in a fight before. There was one time when I was probably elementary school age. I don't know, maybe like third grade, fourth grade. And this girl tried to fight me. And even though I didn't know how to fight, I was like, you aren't about to like scare me. So I was like, yeah, we can fight. And just because I said we could fight, she didn't want to fight.
Well, you got off scot free on that one, cause that could have went.
that's the age?
That could have went left because she definitely looked like she knew how to fight. She was a lot stronger than me. I think she was a little bit older than me, but yeah, she was talking hella shit. Said she wanted to fight. I'm like, okay.
That's crazy. You remember that from elementary, though.
Distinctly. Because she would just ride back and forth past the house, like giving me angry looks and telling everybody in the neighborhood that she wanted to fight me.
I can't imagine a fourth grader like spinning a block on you. That's just crazy.
Spinning the block.
When I tell you, she had me trying to be scared to leave the house, okay? I'm glad people were moving with straps back then.
Right, because right now fourth graders got it. Like they got them these days. Do you wish you would have known? I mean, I guess you, like you said, you haven't been in any fights, but do you wish you would have known? Like, would that have helped you at all?
I don't know if it would have helped me. Like, I feel like if she wanted to fight, or even to this day, if somebody wanted to fight me, I feel confident I could kind of handle myself. Like, I think the survival instinct would kick in.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think my form would be pretty.
Like, all you need is one good one. It's over. Cold cocked. But yeah, I don't think I ever really been in no big fight like that either. I don't really know how to fight, so that's why I'm pro gun sometimes. I'm not pro gun for like going to kill.
See, that's why everybody has guns now. It's like that's the response. If you don't know how to fight, like let me just get a gun.
Right, exactly. But see, I'm pro gun when it's like defending yourself, not to go take other people's innocent people's lives. Like that's
I feel you.
off the table.
If anyone threaten or disrespect you, You got something to protect yourself.
I'm not even saying jump straight to the gun. Like Jermaine said, like it's other things to do before that. But if it's somebody threatening your life, your family's life,
So if you had a gun on you, you just put it away and go fight.
I don't know.
Someone hits you, you be like, hold on.
Nah, I'm gonna try to
Let me put
fight.
this
Nah, I'm
weapon
not.
away.
I ain't afraid to get. If it's really they just want to fight me, then I fight. You know what I'm saying? We'll try it out. But if
No,
you
I
like,
don't know. I mean a reaction. If I have a strap on me, I'm lifting my hand up. Like stop like immediately. It's the fight's over.
Nah, because he's like, yo, I got it on me too.
ooh, yeah, you don't
I
want
got mine
that.
out first. So it's time to go home.
You better hope that's not the first time you try to pull it and you too slow and it's like, nah, you not immortal no more. Nah, you gotta go up to wherever. But yeah, I think to wrap this shit up, I don't know. Like I said, it's a band-aid, and maybe there should be more gun control. I don't have all the facts on it, but I do feel like obviously don't take all of them away. And I know people have said like, oh, make it, more background checks, make it harder to get guns, make it because some people can just walk into a Walmart and just buy that motherfucker today, with an 18 and up license. So it's like maybe that's the solution a little bit, but even how Jermaine was speaking to like, some people's mental health is not all the way where it needs to be as well. And like that's another big component or proponent of violence too.
For
So it's
sure.
like,
Yeah, you just see like those stories of not to drag this topic out, but what you said just made me think about those stories that you hear people going up to their jobs and shooting up the jobs. Like that's why some people just don't need guns, because for some people, if you have a shitty day at work, it's like, I quit. Like, fuck y'all, I'm out of here. You got to be in a really different mental space to have a bad day at work or a bad couple months at work and to go like, yo, let me go and take these people's lives.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all seen the show The Patient. It's on Hulu. It has Steve Carell, and pretty much he was a therapist, and he had a client who was a serial killer, and he would get into altercation with people at work, like they just talk to him a way he didn't like, any sense of disrespect, and he would kill them.
You don't even know who you fucking with. Like,
Exactly. Like he'd be so smooth where he just be like, that's not right. And like it'll really get to him, and got to the point where he'll see them coming out of their favorite spots and killed them, and then drug it to wherever and dropped off the body. Like, you never know.
that's funny to me. I'm not gonna lie, because it just that mentality is funny. Like, just like, oh, I got something for you. Like, that's funny to me.
Yeah, somebody just talked bad about him at a meeting. He was like, he ain't like it. He just like, all right.
I can't take this shit up word. Like, that's crazy to me.
I don't know if this is funny or not. It's funny to me, but there was one dude in high school. I don't know if you guys had this type of guy at your high school too, but there was one dude in my high school who I knew for a fact was going to shoot up the school. Like, I knew we went to middle school and high school together, and I knew, like, man, it's one of these days he is going to blow this bitch up. Like, I'm amazed that I was able to graduate high school and he didn't do any shit like that. Amazed. There was a couple times that he did like flip out. One time he tried to like stab somebody in our classroom with a pencil. He like choked this guy up and tried to like hang him out the window.
Try to give him the blanket treatment. That's crazy. Hanging somebody out the window is wow. That is ridiculous to me.
Especially in high school. Like, I think about it like, what the fuck was going on in school?
I'll just be wondering, I'm like, were they bullying him? It's like, what made him that mad?
Yeah, why you
I just
felt
don't
that?
imagine. Yeah.
He definitely got bullied. He was a weird kid and he definitely got bullied. And like, obviously it's not right to bully people.
That's how it started.
Period.
True.
But it was like he made it worse by having these freakouts. And like
So that's why I be mad. Like, how you gonna tell people how to react? Like, he getting bullied every day, and not another kid like stepped in and was like try to help the kid ever. But when he blow up, now it's like, why you blowing up like that? Like this nigga get bullied every class, every single day.
True.
And when he gets mad enough to be like, all right, you going out the window. Nah, he's the bad guy.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not. It was fucked up. But also, like, where were his parents? Like, yo, if this kid's getting bullied every fucking day, why not just let him switch schools? Or tell him he could be homeschooled? Like, damn. Because he did get bullied every day. I'm not going to lie.
Every day.
He was a odd kid. And even if he's one of those people to this day, I'm, like, amazed that he hasn't, like, I don't know whatever happened to him. I should probably look him up. But I'm amazed that like he hasn't done any crazy shit.
I'm sure his life got a lot better once he moved away. I feel like that's all he needed was to leave. Them kids was brutal.
But that speaks to like you never know what people have going on at home because you brought up the parents. Like, why don't they just move him away? But his parents might have not been shit either. They might have been bullying him when he went back to the crib. So it's like them type of people you got to watch out for because they will let that shit fly.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if you guys have seen yet, but so Carmelo Anthony and LaLa's son actually just turned 16, which is crazy how fast time flies. But so for his 16th birthday, LaLa took him to get a tattoo. She posted on her Instagram that he got his first tattoo. So is there an age that you think is like too young to get a tattoo? Especially if your parents co-sign for it? Like, does that make a difference?
I think 16 does seem really young, but I'm the type of person where I don't have any tattoos at all. I never had the urge to ever really get one, and I still don't have one. So I believe they should be out of high school at least and a legal adult to go get your first tattoo. But the fact that the parent was there and they agreed to it, I don't know if I can really be upset. I mean, that's her child, that's her parenting. I don't want to get in the middle of that per se. But just in a general discussion of it, I think 16 is definitely too young. And even to a broader discussion, I just don't even see the point of tattooing something on myself. I don't see what's the purpose of it. And if you want to remember something, or like, why do I need that etched on my body to remember something?
Oh, you one of them.
Hey, that's just my personal opinion on it.
But why is 16 too young though? Or do you feel like why should there be an age limit on it? Like, is it because of the pain? Is it because it's permanent?
Yeah, that's the only reason, because it's permanent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. It's like, it's cool if she wants to do that with her son. Like, he obviously is not going to work a corporate job. He's not trying to, figure out how to become a account executive at Microsoft or anything like that.
It depends. Where's it at? It's probably not that visible. Like,
it's on his ankle.
Ankle? That's not bad. He could still be in corporate role with the ankle tattoo.
True. He could.
For a man though, why are you getting that's your first tattoo is on your ankle? I don't know, that's weird to me. Like, if I was gonna get my first tattoo, it's not gonna be on my ankle. Like, as a dude.
The young boys, they like the leg tats these days.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Check out all the young NBA players. They have the leg tats going.
Yeah. So you like that? You like the leg tat?
Me?
Yeah. You don't mind it?
I don't mind it. I think they look cool. It's cool to see the shorts with the legs, out with the tats. But I also have 0 tats, so I can't even, I don't really have a preference if a man has tattoos or not. They look good, but it's not like, oh, I gotta be with somebody who's tatted.
So, I don't know. I don't think it should be a limit, to be honest. Like, I mean, maybe it might hurt, but if that's what the kid want and the parent is fine with it, let it fly.
I think what's interesting is I have some friends who are, listen, I don't have any tattoos, but I have some friends who are very, very heavily tattooed. And so I talked to them about like, yo, do you feel like I wonder if I should have got a tattoo back in the day, or if I should still get a tattoo? And they're like, no. Like, if it's a habit you don't have already, don't pick it up. And I've also heard a lot of people talk about how like, who are very tattooed, who are like, yo, I like my tattoos. Like, it's part of my identity, but I wouldn't do this again. Like, really? Knowing the things that I know now, I would not get all these tattoos.
I wonder why that is. Is it because, once again, is it because it's permanent? Because you can't change it? Like, you can't change that shit.
I think it's permanent. And, you change as a person. Like, what's cool to you at 16 is different than at 26, and it's different at 36. And also, I feel like low-key, and this is why I don't have any tattoos, because I love tattoos. The only reason why I don't have one is I know if I got one, I would end up having a bunch. I don't think it's something that I would do one time and be like, I'm good on. I think I would actually end up to be very tattooed. And I feel like a lot of the people I know, that's the situation, is you get one. And then once you get the one, it's like, okay, well, let me get a sleeve. Let me get a back piece. Let me get, this, and this. And then it becomes just like a hobby and a thing that they do because they enjoy the art of it. But it just, you're like, I don't know why I have this shit. Like a lot of my friends are like, I don't know why I have these tattoos. Like, I just gotta.
That kind of makes me think of this one story I read this week. This lady, and she has a boyfriend who had proposed to her. She had a tattoo of her ex name on her. And the guy
Never.
that proposed to her asked her to remove it, and she doesn't want to remove it because she said he died, and it's just a way to remember him. So, so what do y'all think about that?
Let the tattoo die right with that nigga. I'm sorry.
Like, you can't remember him without the tattoo. Girl, miss me with that shit.
Yeah, that shit. But you know what? I see both perspectives. I mean, that's probably very traumatic, right? Like losing a partner. That's probably
Right.
very traumatic. I understand, but if you're not over it, just say that. Like that's fine. If you're not over it, then go to that nigga grave. Like leave me alone. To be honest, like that's how I feel about this shit. Like I ain't gonna lie.
So did she get the tat before he died or after he died?
Yeah, it was before he died. Like she always had the tat, and
then he died. Oh yeah, she's stuck on him.
She felt like when the new guy met her and all this time and the proposal, I've always had it. Why get rid of it now? Like, why is it a big deal now?
Nah, she's stuck in the other dude, because if she had the tattoo before he died, once y'all broke up, cover it up then. Cover it up, get it removed. Like, she shouldn't even have the tattoo by the time she met the new guy.
But you know what? The reason why she probably has the tattoo still is because he probably died while they were still together on good terms. Because if they had been broke up, like she would have probably been like, "Oh, look, I can remove it." But he probably died like when they were still in love. So I get that. I understand where she's coming from, but at the same time, you can't be with
Probably
me.
like I love that dude forever. Obviously, like
which is fine.
If his name is tatted on her, he obviously had a very big purpose in her life. Like she tatted on that forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'd be like, is the new guy's name tatted somewhere? That's what I was kind of wondering. Like, can my name be right next to his or something, or like, can it be write my name over yours, or like I don't know. Like,
not next to it. I don't know about that. But
on the other
would that
cheek,
solve it? would that solve it? Would that solve it if she was like, all right, I'm just gonna get you tatted, and it's gonna be bigger?
I have his name on one breast. I'll put your name on the other one.
Yeah, would that solve it though? I feel like that wouldn't solve it for me. Like I don't know. That's really a dilemma.
yeah.
I've never been in this situation, and I don't know what I would do if I was like with a man and he had, even if she was alive, if he had a tattoo of his ex's name, face. Nah. I'm not rolling over every night to see Isabel tatted on your chest. Nah,
Surely.
Or tatted on his neck.
Ooh.
On the neck is crazy.
Or the lips. Everybody for a while was getting the lips on the neck.
That shit be crazy. Like, what the down name is Bree.
But okay, how about this? What if the dead dude and the boyfriend got the same name? That might change the dynamic, because I'd be like, low key, that's for me. Don't even think about that nigga no more. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she might be able to make it rock then.
Yeah, that could change it.
Nah, she got to take it off. If it was me, yeah, she need to take that off.
Even if the other nigga name was Rod?
Nah, like, even then I feel like I feel weird about it. Like, you really got another Rod? Really?
Oh, you got a type.
That's really, like, that's how you felt? Like, you just got another one? I'm a replacement Rod? You like saying that nigga name, or like, I don't know. I feel a way about it. I know wholeheartedly, like that's not for me. Like she didn't make that thinking of me. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it gotta go.
And that's dead. I was about to say dead shoes. That's big shoes to fill. Like, you know, how can I live up to somebody that died that you love? Like, that's a lot to fill.
Man, if I can't live up to a person who died, man, that's how I be feeling about Tupac and Biggie sometimes. I be like, man, no one can ever get better than them. Like they just always the pinnacle.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't want to be with somebody whose ex died either, because they're always going to be seen in like a glorified state, because you're always going to remember just the good parts. You're going to forget like, yo, so-and-so was actually annoying as fuck, and that's why we broke up.
Oh, James used to do that. Like, all right. Okay, I've had enough. You know
like, think about it this way: like, if you're a couple and your ex or your current partner is like, yo, today is my ex's birthday. If that ex is alive, you could be like, come on, you know you shouldn't be talking to me about this. But if the ex is dead, then you got to be like, oh, I'm sorry, I know it's a hard day for you.
What if they still friends? Like
how he did?
They break up. No, I'm just saying, like if the tattoo was like tatted on them and the dude wasn't, like Jermayne saying, not dead, and yeah, they just happened to break up, but she just had the tattoo there, like,
and they're still friends.
Yeah, they're still friends, and everything's just cool.
No,
that's worse.
Yeah,
I'd rather that nigga die. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, you know, because it's like you could definitely get that removed because you don't even. I thought you didn't fuck with that nigga no more. You know what I mean?
That's what my question would be.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. That's how the fuck we even get here. What would we talk about in the first place? Oh, LaLa herself. Okay.
Wait, off of that point though, do you think that exes can be friends?
Can exes be friends? Yeah, they can. Exes can definitely be friends.
Not mine.
You say, okay, wait. When you say not mine, you mean you can't be friends with yours, or your girl can be friends with hers?
I think vice versa.
Okay.
It just I just don't even think that's a good formula for. I don't know. Maybe that's just insecure though. Maybe it's not like such a big deal.
And see, that's kind of the point I was trying to make with the big shoes to fill thing. Is like you got to have confidence that like you really got a lot down. Because like if you really got a lot down, and it's like, all right, I mean y'all can still be cool. Like that's fine, I guess, you know. But I'm the type of nigga like if I see something that any type of inkling where it's like, oh, I still fuck with him, it's like, all right, you know, you can go with that nigga. Like, I'm very quick to do that. Like go that way. You know what I mean? I'm very quick to do that. Jermayne, do you feel that way too? Do you feel like it's like can exes be friends, or should it just be like cut it off?
My initial response is no. Like I think the only situation where you could be friends with an ex is if you were friends before and you never really grew to like love each other. Like let's say you were friends, you were like, yo, we tried today, we tried for a couple months, we realized we're better off as friends, so you go back to friends. But if you were only ever just romantic and you had all the love and everything like that, I think it's hard to go back to like true friendship. Because I feel like true friendship, you want the best for that person. You know, you can talk about any and everything, but like, nah, I don't want to. I would never want bad for any, you know, ex or anything like that. But at the same time, also like, I'm not trying to like just kick it just because like there are other people I could kick it with, you know, or I'm not trying to listen to, you know, an ex talk about how amazing their new relationship is.
No.
Like, nah, I'm good. I'm not at that level of maturity.
Yeah, that's also. I'm like I always say, like I'm a big person on energy, and I wouldn't even want that person to be close to me after we already broke it off. Like why keep something that you knew went wrong, like around you?
Yeah. Like I think it's cool to still be cordial. I don't think, I would never want to be one of those people where it's like, yo, me and my ex hate each other. We could never be in the same room. I don't never want to be that person. But when I think of friends, I think of like, yo, let me just pick up the phone and call this person and we can shoot the shit and they know what's going on in my life and we can hang out. Like, why do all that and not be in a relationship?
I feel like I wouldn't even put myself in a situation to be in the same circle though. Like after, like I feel like you know who you're with and like you know where they probably frequent or where they be at. It's like
Yeah.
why I just wouldn't even put myself in that predicament. Like after that, I'd just be like find new places to go or something.
But you gonna let her
Mm-hmm.
stop you from going where you want to go? Like, what if you put her
Yeah,
on some shit?
yeah, I would.
Why?
And then I see her there like after, like like after I put her on with some other dude, and I'm there alone or like
Mm.
You'll feel some type of way about that?
yeah. If I was there alone, she came with somebody, and I was just enjoying myself at my normal spot. Like that I showed this person, like I showed her, and then she came with another nigga. Like this is my spot. Like I showed this to you, you gonna come with like you coming to enjoy this with another nigga, and nah, I'm leaving.
I feel like I'm built different because I don't think I would care, to be honest. Like, have your fun, to be honest.
Really? So your favorite little hole in the wall spot that you know she would never know about, you go there and she's bringing other dudes there.
I don't think I would care for real.
Okay.
Even if I was there alone, I don't think I would care.
Yeah, you were built different. Cause
Yeah,
nah.
I don't think I would give a fuck. I say that, but I'm probably bullshitting. I'd probably be mad as hell. Steam coming out my ears, low key. But
Yeah, that's to say I just couldn't even have that energy there. It'll just throw me off the entire night just seeing that. I'd be like, nah, I gotta go. Like,
another one, like give me another Jack Daniels, like you know what I mean? Like
yeah, you just
definitely
sitting there
drink
getting drunk and they just they just there, just laughing and shit. Like, hell
right,
no. Like,
like
Having a good
man.
ass time.
Laughing. If I see her laughing with somebody else, like I used to make her laugh though. No, but I would want to
that's
say
sick.
that that is some sick shit. I would want to think that I wouldn't care, but yeah, I think I would probably care. But um, I guess all in all, exes probably shouldn't be friends. To be honest, it's not.
I just don't think it's healthy for real.
It's not. It's not. And like Jermaine said, like if you still friends, like why couldn't y'all stay together? You know what I mean? Like what happened? You know. There's a lot of factors that go into it, so I don't know. Other than that, I think shit, we done already been on here for a good amount of time. I guess do we want to wrap it up and get into these highlights for the week?
Yeah, let's do that.
Y'all got y'all got anything to highlight? Let's start with Jermaine this week. What you got to highlight today?
So this is a throwback. This is very old. This is nothing new at all. But I've been rewatching Shameless. Did either one of you watch that?
No, I never seen that one. Is that what
Nah.
is that about?
So it was originally on Showtime, I think. It's now on Netflix. They're like 11 seasons. So I'm 6 seasons in. And I actually used to watch it back in the day and then I kind of like fell off. So I'm rewatching everything. But it's the show about this family in Chicago, white family that lives on the South Side. The dad's an alcoholic. The mom is bipolar, and it's a dramedy. So it's interesting because like they get in some very real life, heavy ass situations, but situations that are also very realistic for people who are like, straddling the poverty line or below the poverty line, people who are trying to like figure their shit out. But there's also a really heavy like comedic element. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're in the mood for like,
I've heard of it for sure.
yeah, it's
Like,
definitely worth the
it's
watch.
popular. It's got like
Yeah.
multiple seasons, like 10 seasons or something like that.
Yeah, it's 11 seasons. Like I said, I watched the first maybe six, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago when it was like more current, and then I fell off. So now I'm determined to finish all 11 seasons. So I'll report back on what I think, but it's definitely a show worth checking out if you haven't seen it before. If you didn't see that in its original run,
Okay, super dope. What channel was that on? Do you
it's
remember?
on Netflix.
Oh, like all Netflix. It was never on TV.
Oh, it was originally on Showtime.
Ah, okay, okay, cool. Yeah, definitely check out Shameless, folks. If you got some free time, Ride, what you got for a highlight this week?
I heard about my show that's coming back, The Bear. This show was on Hulu. They're coming
Yes.
out with
Back. Let's go.
they're coming back with the second season, summer of 2023. So I'm excited for
Side
that.
note, old boy from The Bear is also in Shameless.
The main dude.
Yeah, the main dude.
Okay, damn. You know, it's funny.
So,
The girl that like the black girl that was in The Bear. She was on the most recent episode of like Abbott Elementary. I was like, oh shit, that's the same girl. Yeah,
I'm about to check that new episode out.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So okay, The Bear. So it's coming back 2023. You excited about that?
Excited about in the summer. So be on the lookout for that. So what you got, Matt?
Shit, man. I'm about to highlight some shit. I think when I was a kid, I don't know. I just found this cassette tape, and it was Shaquille O'Neal. He had an album in like 1993. I ain't gonna lie. I went back and listened to this shit. I was like, this shit was
He had a
low-key
song
hard
like
as hell.
Boom or
Yeah, Boom
Shaq
was on
Boom.
there.
Yeah.
Boom. I'm Outstanding was on there. I Know I Got Skills. There was a lot of production. Like Phife Dawg was on a couple of songs from Tribe Called Quest. Like I don't
He
even know
MC for real.
No, for real. He was fine. Like I ain't even gonna lie. Like Shaq was actually kind of dope. So
When you really think about all the shit he's accomplished, like people need to give him even more respect.
so much more respect. Like
Need his
great
flowers for
player,
sure.
philanthropist, motherfucker icy hot commercials. Like everything he does is
The
fire.
general commercials.
Yeah, the general,
Commercial property.
Ain't he in like a Kia commercial, like or something like that, like a Fiat or something, like a small ass car?
He's also
He owns
like
a lot of stuff in
honorary
New Jersey.
cop.
Oh, he is an honorary cop. Yeah, and he from New. You said what about New Jersey, right?
He owns a lot of stuff in New Jersey area in the Jersey City, like
Oh, he does?
land and places. Yeah.
No,
So-
Shaq is just like a national treasure, to be honest. So shout out to Shaq. If y'all get some time, check out Shaq Diesel by Shaquille O'Neal in 1993. Pretty solid album. But other than that, just, if you made it this far, we definitely appreciate you for listening.
I don't know what made you listen to Shaq, but yeah.
I was like 5 or 6. Like I don't know. Like I just found the cassette.
No, I'm talking about today.
Oh,
Like you just I'm been listening to Shaq.
That nostalgia kicking in.
I don't know what it was. Yeah, it must have been nostalgia for sure. But if you made it this
His
far,
birthday was recent though, so I get it.
It was?
Yeah, I think Shaq just turned 51 last week or a week or two ago.
He did.
So,
We getting old. It's really sad.
but all right.
All right, if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. This has been the Friends Podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and we out.
Peace.